All right, welcome back, everyone. This week's Picture of the Week is being brought to you by this fine crew that I have sitting around with me. Flowers Garden Center, which we can scratch that for right now. It is Flowers Deer Processing, 4550 Eatons Creek Road, 8 to 8 most every day except for Sunday, and it's from 12 to 8 on Sundays. All right, 12 to 8 on Sundays. This is our first picture here. This is one of your good friends. This is Stokely Donaldson that came to he brought this deer into Flowers, and man, look at what a rack that thing. You and I were oohing and ahhing over that rack. That is a nice Tennessee deer. Look at that. That's the one he got the year before, right? Mm-hmm. Right here is the one. He took this deer year before last, same place. Wherever he's hunting is some quality deer. I'm telling you, he's doing all the right stuff. And then we just had to show you this. These are pictures from David Womack in Wasilla, Alaska, and real good friends with Jim and Anna. And these are pictures of the Northern Lights. And you told me he had to keep the shutter speed on a little over a minute to take these pictures, right?
Yeah, it wouldn't show up on the...
It would show up on regular pictures. But wouldn't it be just pretty to sit out there on your back porch and see that every night?
Wouldn't that be nice?
Hey, you send your pictures to us here at Southern Woods and Waters, 474 James Robinson Parkway, Nashville, Tennessee, 37219, or simply email them to me, Hugh@southernwoodsandwaters.com, or simply, if you find me out on the street somewhere, show me one and I'll make you send it to me. I promise. That's exactly the way Jim did it. He said, you got to check out these pictures about these Northern Lights. They were awesome. I mean, I would love to sit on my back porch and just drink a cup of coffee and see that every night. Now, that would be...
Oh, yeah, he drives me nuts, sending me pictures all the time of what he gets to see every day.
Now, is he the one that sent us the pictures where they were catching the salmon by nets?
Yeah, with the nets.
They only get residents of Alaska get so much time to do all that.
Yeah, they can net fish.
They net fish.
That's how thick they come through there.
And they estimated 1.7 million were on their way up the stream when they started netting.
Yeah.
That's a lot of. Who's the guy sitting there going?
Fishing
1, 2. Because I don't want his job.
Y'all be still.
Y'all be still.
Trying to count.
The whole time you got a bear plucking them out.
I'm telling you. Hey, I've got Flowers Deer Processing here with me tonight, 4550 Eatons Creek Road. They have been a sponsor, and by the way, guys, we start 14 years next week, so that's just awesome. And y'all been with me since day one, and we've been together, best of friends. We take vacations together. We do just about everything. I even sat in for you and a bunch of the crews at Thanksgiving. It's just Mike and I. We were hanging there. He said, Hugh, what are you doing? I said, nothing. Come on out. But you know, it's great and I wanted to tell you, you and I got to talk to Miss Sue and Troy yesterday, Varney, up there in Liberty, Tennessee. And a lot of people don't realize a taxidermist or a processor can help you out tremendously in your deer season. All you got to do is, don't I call up there, what you got coming in now, Mike? Seen any button bucks? And
are they chasing?
What are they chasing? How are they smelling? Stuff like that. Well, you can tell then if a region or an area is starting to get crazy, and you can plan your hunts a little accordingly. Yeah. And so it's a great thing to have a processor that you're able to talk to and be buddies with, and Flowers, Mike and Deborah and the crew out there are just that way. But let's take them from the field. We've already decided we're either going to take it as a trophy or not. We know where to stop. We field dressed it. How do we get it though? What do we watch for to get it from the field to the truck to you?
Backing up just a little bit. Go into the woods assuming you're going to kill something.
Always.
Now, what do you mean by that, Mike?
I have so many people that will come to me and say, well, all I had was a dull pocket knife and a cigarette lighter for light.
Yeah.
Or cell phone.
My cell phone. Yeah. And they don't take a knife. They don't take a proper light. If you shoot one in the evening, you may be tracking that thing till 9 or 10 o'clock at night.
That's right.
I've had to go help people. I walk out in the middle of the field and guys standing there with
their cell phone. Yeah.
You're really cool.
Another thing is that I tell people is gloves,
Rubber
field
gloves.
dressing gloves and stuff.
A good friend of mine spent a couple of weeks in the hospital, very, very ill for picked up some kind of bacteria out of
That's right.
field dressing a deer. Sure
And it
did.
can happen.
We wear rubber gloves when we're working with the deer.
He gets deer blood in his small little cut. His finger swells up just as big.
Gets infected.
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah, deer blood will infect and it can be just a little scratch.
It
just a
affects
tiny
certain
scratch,
people different than others, but it like gets in.
I'm old and falling apart. So
I'm in a
Back
group with Mike.
I'm an easy target.
All right, but now we get it. We get them a knife, a good
yeah.
knife, a light, some gloves.
Yep. And
What do we do?
Well, you've got you get to them and get them field dressed. Now you can take your cell phone and check them in.
That's right. That's right.
Guys will check them if they know what they've got and they can see it from the stand. They'll check them in sitting in their stand.
That's right. While they wait.
It's awesome. I have to have that confirmation number when you show up with it. Don't wait till you get to your processor and then I need to check it in.
No.
Have it checked in. It saves everybody time. It's just the proper way to do it. Just get it field dressed, get it to us. If it's warm out, stuff some ice in it. Bag in the chest, a bag between the back legs, close the back legs on that bag of ice. That's where all the meat's at.
Can I just reiterate one
Please.
thing? Thanksgiving, when I was out there helping you, he had a guy came in and all he had was the ice stuffed up here in the rib cage.
Yeah.
And Mike said, you know what, Mister, he says, the best meat's down there in the hindquarters.
I'm gonna throw them ribs away.
That's where you should have stuck the bag of ice to keep that cool. Because
Yeah.
you said, I'm throwing the ribs away.
Well, he kept his back strips cool.
Well, yeah, but
it does okay because the skin is a tremendous insulator.
right.
And then when you stuff it up in that chest, that cool is trapped in by the skin. So
That's right.
So you're protecting the shoulders, you're protecting your back strips. That's all well and fine, but the bulk of your meat is in the hams. Mm-hmm. And that ice in the chest does nothing for that.
No.
It doesn't help.
Yeah, it takes
doesn't
at least 2 bags of
Flies.
ice.
This time of year, flies are an issue.
Yeah.
There are numerous remedies for that. Black pepper is a good
That's
one.
what I use. Black pepper.
Some guys will use cheesecloth.
Mm-hmm.
I've got a couple of guys that use vinegar.
No, I hadn't heard vinegar.
Keeps me away from it. Keeps fly away too. It does smell. It does smell, but they claim it works, and it probably does. But black pepper's a good one.
Now,
I like
I don't
pepper.
care what you've heard about cedar trees. Don't rub a cedar tree in it. People come in, I'll take a cedar tree and rub it all over it as soon as I get to it. And that stuff, you have to cut them things off that meat.
Yeah, because that sinew and all that meat, it's just like
sap and-
that glue. It's just like glue.
Oh, it's nasty.
It would be bad.
And don't skin your deer before you bring it. If you want it mounted, we'll cape it for free. Some processors charge a little bit for that. It's worth it. It's worth it. But if you skin that animal and throw it in the back of your truck with the mulch and the sticks and everything that's
You've ruined
laying
it.
in the back of your truck, by the time you get to your processor, all that stuff is dried onto that meat.
That's right.
The hair and the leaves and everything, and we can skin 4 or 5 deer by the time it takes us to clean one deer up that's
comes in
been
skinned.
skinned, because we're not going to put out a product that we wouldn't eat ourselves.
Right.
So we're going to spend the time cleaning that animal, and even if we have to take a knife and trim a lot of it off, that's just what we'll have to do. It makes it so much easier on us, and you'll get a better product back if you let us skin it.
So basically, it's once you found your deer, check it in,
Yeah.
get that confirmation number, write it down before you ever field dress. Make sure you get it tagged, because in Tennessee, it's not in your possession till you got a tag. Believe me, the court's been filled with some of those issues. But unless you've got the confirmation number, somebody can walk up and just really take that thing, call it in before you can, and it's their deer.
Yeah.
That's basically what the law says.
Really?
So call, get the confirmation number, then field dress, cool it off as soon as possible,
Keep the flies off.
Keep the
of it.
flies off of it. Use a little black pepper. Those things are cheap cans.
Wrap it
You
in a
get
tarp. If you got the ice in
Yeah.
it, throw it, wrap it in a tarp. Keep it out of the sun if you're going to be
Exactly.
sitting somewhere
Sitting
any
somewhere.
length of time.
And then get it to the processor as fast as possible.
Don't go showing it off. Just
Wash it out if possible. If you
Yeah.
can run by your house and take a garden hose and just wash it out, be a good place. It'll also cool it off a little bit.
it will. It will.
But you want that blood and that marinade out of there.
Yeah.
And the flies will almost ignore a deer that has no blood on it.
That's true.
We can wash one down and get it good and cleaned up,
Flies won't
and
touch
flies just ignore it.
Well, they got
they're
plenty of
after
other
that
stuff to go after. But then a guy comes to, say he pulls up at 4550 Edens Creek Road. You guys are there, you're checking numbers, and there's a long line in behind them of people that are bringing deer in.
Yeah.
Next is the decision, what do I want to do with my deer meat?
And it's almost humorous. Somebody can sit in that line for 30 minutes, and then I can say, well, how would you like it processed? And they're like,
I hadn't thought about
Oh.
that.
processed, huh? I don't know. Let me call my wife.
We have all of our menu options on the website at flowers-farms.com.
Please look it up.
Look it
Yeah.
up. You can sit there with your smartphone, figure out what you want. You can know before you even go hunting what you want.
Well, give us the basic, because the basic is, tell us what that is.
A
Mike.
regular cut.
Regular
is
cut.
All the steaks we can get out of it, and the rest in burger.
Okay.
Roast if you want them. We can grind the whole thing, save the back strips, and grind the rest. Any combination of that is a regular cut.
Okay. And that runs
$80.
$80. Okay. Now, if you want stuff special, and we want to show, because what hit the market, what you guys came out with, what was it, a couple of years ago now?
Yeah.
2 years ago,
2
wasn't it?
years ago. wasn't
Snack sticks?
it? Yeah.
That's third year.
Third year. This is the third year. So 2 years ago, you guys came out with a deal called Snack Sticks.
Yeah.
And it is the bomb.
They're awesome.
Everybody talks about it. Brian Penton, one of my buddies, he never leaves home without them. But what is a snack stick, Mike?
It's a type of sausage stick. A lot of people confuse it with jerky. It's not jerky.
I'll tell you what, can we have, we got it. Let's let them see what it looks like there on one there, Andrew. Okay, talk about it, Mike.
There's how it's packaged there. There are 8 sticks in a bag that's fully cooked, vacuum packed. We can add jalapeno pepper. We can make it as hot as you want it with cayenne pepper and black pepper. We can add cheddar cheese, pepper jack, or mozzarella.
I love the pepper jack.
Pepper jack is the most popular by far. It's just really taken off.
Hey, I've heard of some guys fighting in the duck blinds over this stuff.
They will get you into any duck blind on the lake. If you don't have a duck blind, just go to the dock and wave one of them in there. And
I brought food.
That's right. That's right.
You're coming with me.
Well, guys, we got to go to a different part of the show here. And what did I do with that thing? The product of the week. That's what I was looking for. Is the? Did y'all see that? Where's that knife thing?
Jimmy
Where
had
is it? I don't know where it is. Hey, we had it here. Let's do the tip of the week then. We got a great tip of the week while we're trying to find the product of the week. We laid it here somewhere. The tip of the week, though, let's go to that billboard.
This week's tip of the week is being brought to you by America's Motorsports with 2 Middle Tennessee locations. Check us out at www.americasmotorsports.com.
All right, this week's tip, you and I learned a great tip from Sue and Troy Varney
Yes.
up there at Sue's Taxidermy in Liberty, Tennessee. And it is, guys, you know, I'm like the rest of it. I got some deer antlers hanging on heads, and I got some heads hanging on the walls. And, you know, you really want to impress them, and you love them, and they're great memories. You want to shine up those horns every now and then. I do. I want to make them stand out a little bit. I'm proud of them. Great, great tip. something as cheap as WD-40. If you'll take a little dust cloth rag, spray some WD-40 on there, and then rub on those antlers, they will shine,
They
won't they?
pop.
They pop, don't
It's
they?
unbelievable the difference when she showed us yesterday. It was just unbelievable.
And see,
Night
I
day.
had used that liquid gold, you know, that furniture polish, but she said, you know, it turns a little browner than it's supposed to. But WD-40 does wonders.
It's amazing the
Who's
colors that are in the antler that you don't even know are
That
there.
you don't even know, but
Yeah.
you put that WD-40 on there, and you will
stands
see
out.
it. I promise you, it cleans your mounts up just spectacular. So try that WD-40 the next time. You want to take a little bit of cobwebs, a little bit of dust off those antlers. Hey, we'll be right back with more of Southern Woods and Waters here in just a minute.